Well, somebody give me let me know if this thing's working or not. Chris Fleming is watching. All right, so maybe this thing is working. So I'm going to try to share this on my personal page. Let's see. I think that's what I'm on here. So that, because I don't have a lot of followers. So I just shared that on my personal page maybe. All right. Chris, you can probably give me help with this whole live feed thing. One of these days I need to get it from you. Let's see. Make sure. Trying to look at some of these comments and see if anybody's going to get on here. I don't know. Probably the majority of everybody will probably watch it after the fact, but Sherrod, do me a favor, Sherrod. Share that on your page. Share this live feed on your page. Graham. First step, Chris, is to accomplish the first live, right? Yeah, you got to do it first, I guess, huh? The other thing is I need to figure out how to, yeah, there it is, how to turn this camera around. Because I know y'all don't want to sit here and look at my beautiful face the whole time, so, but. Let's see. There we go. We have a few people popping in here. I turned my hat backwards that way because it was kind of all jacked up, like may look all funny when it's normal. Yeah, I see it. I found it, Chris. So. I think majority of this is going to be people watch it after the fact because I don't go live that often. And bear with me, guys, because I'm sure I'm going to screw this up, but I'm not a live feeder. So, but looks like I'm going to be. Hopefully you guys end up enjoying some of it because we're going to try to do some cool stuff. And the other thing is bear with me right at the beginning. I'm going to, for those of y'all that know me, because majority of y'all that are on here will be majority of y'all that are on here. Sorry, I'm like reading comments as I'm talking, but majority of y'all that know me, you already know what I'm going to go over the first 15, 20 seconds. So we'll try to keep this at like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That way everybody can watch a football game when I get done. But nothing super exciting today, but just want to go over. We're going to try to do some cool stuff for people to watch and different stuff. So there we go. Russell Stone, what's up, brother? How you doing? You ready to go racing? I'm ready to go racing. Hopefully that screw blown stuff's working out for you. Shell Cato, look at there. Well, I'm going to give it just a little longer because there's quite a few jumping in that. And y'all do me a favor, share this on your page because I don't have a lot of followers on RNRacecars. I got like 3,000 on, I have almost 3,000 on my personal, but I'm trying to get this RNRacecar page going out there, so. Thanks, Chris. Bubba's got him a new something coming out this year. That's going to be pretty cool. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? You guys going to race this year? Steve, we're ready to go racing, aren't we? Everybody is. We're going to go racing. Just a minute more, let a couple more people get in, and then I'll get started and get this stuff over with so you guys can watch some football here in a little bit. Give another minute or two. All right, I'm going to turn this around so you guys don't have to look at my handsome self the whole time. All right. For you Camaro guys, you won't like this picture, but we'll... And then I'll try not to screw this up totally, so you guys bear with me. All right, so we have a few people on here. Basically, I wanted to go over some things with RN Race Cars. Just kind of give y'all a rundown again. So the guys that know me, bear with me. We'll, you already know all this stuff, but who is RN Race Cars? That's me. I have a couple guys that help me. Terry Brutus, Stanley Haynes. We build race cars. We do hot rods. That's why it's called RN Race Cars and Hot Rods. But we're going to do some different stuff this year, some cool stuff. We're going to try it out. But sorry, guys, I'm like reading comments as they're coming through. Make sure I'm not missing too much while I'm talking. But I used to do this on the side a lot. I did about one car maybe every year or two. I had a lot of people asking me to do some work on the cars. I had to turn it down a lot just because I just didn't want to do it. I worked on my car a lot. For those of you who do know me, my wife got sick a while back, and those of you who know how doctor bills don't stop coming, we had to get those paid. So I had to turn up the volume in the shop a little bit, I guess you could say, on getting some extra work done. And from my car got pushed off to the side and ended up having to work on other people's stuff to try to make ends meet. So that was actually how RN Race Cars got born. And then now we're pretty busy. We got some cool stuff. I'm going to go over what we're going to be doing this year. Y'all also might know me. I've been doing small tire racing for about 20 years, a little over 20 years. So. And then recently, for those that don't know me, I drive Suge Knight, and I built majority of the car. So the sorry, I was reading some comments here. Yeah, I need to get one of those. But I had a really good help starting Suge Knight whenever I built it. Tim Bruner, Skinny Man, did a great job getting me in the right direction. I had a lot of help from other people. Building it was one of my first full builds. Suge Knight was, and it's been very successful. It runs great. I do all the upkeep on it. I do all the upgrades on it. Speaking of, we have it's hiding over here, but there's the heart and soul of Suge Knight right there. So she is going to the machine shop. Jeff Nizers, hopefully next week. We're waiting on pistons. Hopefully the pistons will get here, and then we'll be able to take care of it. Doesn't have a screw blown on it, Russell, but just the same old, same old. We do need that blower, though. That would be really nice. So I just need Scooter to buy it. But anyway, so I just wanted to get a little bit out there. I'm a one-man shop other than my two guys that help me, so it's three of us. But we build hot rods. We also do other things. I have a little list here because I'm not good off the hip, but I will get better at this. The main focus on what I want to go over today is this little red Mustang we got here. So what we're going to do this year is we're actually going to upgrade this Mustang. This car was built about 20 years ago. A lot of y'all have seen it. It's about 20 years old cool. So, but we want to make it today cool. So I call it shop car, but it's actually my car or whatnot. And I'm going to do a live feed every Saturday. We're going to go over all the upgrades on this car. So I have been packing stuff away for about the last 5 years. I have been doing a little rat holing back on all these parts for this car. They've been piling up, and I have majority of everything for this car to do this build now. And it's going to be pretty intensive. I say pretty intensive. It's not going to be nothing crazy custom or whatnot, but it's going to be some cool stuff. And again, I'll be doing live feed every Saturday, so you guys can check it out, and we'll go over every upgrade that we did during the week. It'll be done at different times other than normal times because I'll have customer cars I'll be working on, and I don't want to interfere with their progress. So we're going to do it at really odd times whenever we work on it. We'll also have a YouTube channel that I'm going to do for this car shortly after. I'm going to do a YouTube. It'll be a little better for the YouTube guys that want to watch it on YouTube, and then we'll post those, and I'll let you know what the page name is and whatnot when I get it all created. Sorry, I was looking at the comments. And again, this car's, as you can tell, it's super clean. Try to walk around with this camera. So for those of you guys to check it out. So car's super clean. It's not like show car clean, but it is pretty cool. I don't know if you see all that back in there. It's just a leather seats in the back. Let me try to not get everybody drunk shaking the camera, but hopefully I don't have any. All right, well, I had the battery box off so that I could charge, but again, like I said, this is like 20-year-old cool, so we want to update it to a little newer cool. We did a car, for those of you that haven't been to my Facebook page, you can go to my Facebook page and, you know what? I don't even know how dirty it is under here, but we're fixing to find out. I guess I should have probably cleaned that before I did the show, and I'll try to do this without, and still hold the camera. I did it without dropping it. All right, so right now it has I think this is a 306. It's GT40 headed, Victor intake, MSD, distributor, 650 Dan Da Vinci carburetor, sent Dan Da Vinci. It's pretty spunky, runs pretty good. It's got a 5-speed in it, world-class 5-speed. It's been recently redone. It has a humongous radiator on it, but I'm keeping that's for sure. But for the new motor, but sorry, that was probably pretty loud. But we are selling that motor and transmission out of this thing. So if you guys know anybody that wants to buy it, I haven't decided if we're going to do like a raffle or if we're actually going to try to just sell it outright. If anybody wants to offer anything, feel free. We'll try to sell it. But I do need to sell that motor and tranny because we will be putting a new motor and tranny in it, and I'll go over that here in just a second. So I'll go ahead and show y'all some of the main upgrades, so you Ford guys don't kill me. So this is going to be the motor. So it is an LS motor, obviously. So feel free to bash me later about putting LS. And again, it's not going to be nothing extremely crazy because there's a lot of LSs going in Fox bodies. But this came about from a deal. This was not planned, but this motor just ended up being some horse trading with another customer, and it was something that I had a motor already built, Ford motor for my car, or for this car, that we're going to put in it, and it was a Ford motor. That's this one over here, and I'll go to it here in a minute. But it is now going to it is now going to another Ford. So it's going to go to another customer's car going to Ford. They did not want a LS, so I had to do the LS motor, but I'll take the extra 100 horsepower. Bubba, thumbs down. That's coming from a Chevrolet guy, really. So that's crazy. So, but, all right. So, but that is going to be the motor. I hate it when people blow by stuff whenever they're looking at it. So, but we're going to do a bunch of cool stuff. And like I said, the majority of the live feeds are going to be this car getting built. And we're also going to, we don't have any current data on times on this car, like ETs or anything like that. So, but what we will do is when we get done building this car and it's all together, we will take it to the strip, drag strip. We will live feed it. We will do the actual, we will record the time, show you guys the time slips, all of that stuff, and you'll kind of see what the upgrades is. I'm really not sure what it runs now, but I wouldn't say it ran probably better than, 1280 or something right now. So I'm not really sure what it ran. So I'm glad you decided to put serious power in it. Well, it's going to make a little bit of power, and it will have nitrous oxide on it. For those of you who know me, it's either got to have nitrous or a blower on it, one of the two. So it will not have a turbo, just for anybody that would think that would ever happen. So, but it will not happen. Let's see. We're going to do an AJA swap K member. We're going to do the actual A-arms, adjustable A-arms and whatnot. Try to get some bigger tires under it. Show you guys how to do that. It's going to have Holley fuel injection in it. Probably put HP or Terminator X will be in it. We're going to rewire it. We're going to gut it. We're going to dynamite it. We're going to do a lot of similar things that we did to another car that we built that did go to SEMA. We took it to SEMA. I think I said earlier, but that is like unbelievably clean car that we did. We're going to do a lot of similar things to it. We are going to mini tub it. We'll probably rewire the stereo. It's got a little system in it. We're going to rewire the stereo. The goal is to put a 335 under it, so the rear end's going to get short, get narrowed. We'll put a little bit different lower and upper control arms on it. Try to get it to where it actually try to hook up. The transmission packages are going to be super cool. We'll go over that as we're doing the live feed. I haven't ever seen one before, but we have it now, so I haven't heard of it before up until today. Most people I've talked to haven't either. So, but we'll go over it as we're doing it. So it'll have 4 9-inch axle in it, 4 9-inch ends on it. Budget pending, we're going to try to put big brakes on it. And again, this is all street car stuff, guys. I know a lot of you guys probably try to get into some drag racing stuff, but I'll go over a little bit of that here in a minute. It's going to have stainless exhaust on it, full length stainless exhaust. I've already got the headers for it, majority of the exhaust, X-pipe, MagnaFlow, stainless mufflers on it. But that's majority of what's going to be going on. And again, like I said, this is majority of what I'm going to show on the live feed. So, but for those of you that aren't interested in this, because I got a lot of drag race friends on here or whatnot, or people that pay attention to major drag race stuff that we do. This won't be the only thing that I do show. So we'll probably go over a majority of the first bit about the car, because the goal is to actually have a live feed and a YouTube channel of the build of this car is what we're trying to do. But we'll also go over what we got going in the shop. So this is Camaro. This thing is going to get ladder barred 25.5-ish whenever it's done. So again, y'all guys bear with my turbo haters. Right? So, hey, I love you, man. It's all right. So, turbos are only for some people. It's okay. So, but this car will be 25.5-ish and ladder barred. So, it'll have a pretty cool ladder bar setup on it. Should run pretty good. It's going to have a big block Chevrolet in it with the Turbo 400 2-speed. So, it'll run pretty good. As long as customers allow, I will show customer stuff that I'm working on. We also have a super cool S10 that we're going to do coming up, a new customer. It's going to be real nice. It's going to be real similar to this build. It's going to be it'll be more of a 25.3 deal, more intensive. It'll be after the Camaro or during, depending on time frames. But we'll show parts of that too. You'll get to see the builds, what we did for the week, and whatnot. The main thing is I'll try to do it I'm going to try to be consistent, do it at 3 o'clock every Saturday. That way you see what we did all week. If we do more or we're in the middle of something, I might start jumping in, but we'll just see if anybody ever watches this stuff. So if anybody ever starts watching it and I get a little bit of traction on it, then I'll probably, and I see people setting their alerts for when we go live, then I'll do some more. This motor here that I showed earlier. So this is this is the small block Ford that was going to go in my car originally. So this is actually going in a customer's car. It's a nice 4-eyed car, Mustang. It'll have a 6-speed Tremec on it. It'll be nice. We're going to lower it, put wheels and tires on it, do a couple things. Nothing super drastic. But he just wants a nice running car, and he's tired of getting outran. So that thing it ought to make all over I would say over 500 horsepower, no problem. So it's going to have Holley fuel injection on it as well. But it's a really nice piece. I'll get a little closer. So it's pretty. For you Ford guys, hate me for not putting this in there. A little closer. It's got all new brackets. This motor actually has a Motorsport Siamese twin bore. It's a Ford Motorsport 4-bolt main block and whatnot. It is a 347. So it has, I believe it is Eagle rotating assembly. I had Morgan's son, Shannon and Bud, did the machine work on it. They got all that done for me on it. And then while they were doing another customers of mine that I had, that's another 94-ish Mustang that I did. It's also on my Facebook page, super clean, similar motor. 331 is what it ended up being. So, but this motor's pretty tough motor. You can do pretty much what you want with it. So, but it's going in a really nice gray Mustang. So, and then obviously Suge Knight will be in here. For those that want to see that, I will definitely, as long as Scooter allows, we'll show what we're doing with Suge Knight. We don't have any major upgrades right now planned up until probably summertime. So, but when it's in here, I'll pipe in and show you what we're doing with it, as long as Scooter's cool with it. It's not like it's super top secret, anything that we do to it. So, let's see. Sorry, I was reading a comment that I'm reading. I also have a little list here that I'm going by just so that I can cheat, because again, I'm not the greatest at this. But after this car, by the way, for people that don't know, this car is called Little Red. So when Little Red is done, again, we'll take it to track, we'll video it, we'll have some live feed on video and put it on YouTube channel and whatnot. But when it is finished, we're going to have another car come in here directly after, which is basically another shop car. And then it will be a 2004 white Mustang, and it will be a budget build. We were going to try to figure out a way to budgetly put this car together and make a little hot rod, and it will have before and after times on it. It's got a 4.6 in it. It's got a bunch of upgrades on it right now for the 4.6, so it's pretty quick for what it is. But we're going to try to take it to track. We're going to try to get some good solid times for it, and then when we get done, you're going to be able to see what the upgrades did to it. So I'm assuming it's probably going to be LS. Please don't shoot me, Ford guys. But it will be probably LS because it is going to be a budget deal. We're looking into Coyote for it, but that build will go directly after this build. We're not really sure how long this build's going to take. Again, it's going to be not during normal times, so because it doesn't take away from other customers. So, but it'll be at different times. But other than that, let me see if anybody's. I had not been looking at all the comments. I've been kind of going down my list. I don't have a lot of people on here because, again, I don't have a lot of followers on my RN Race Car page. But I have to do this on this page just because it needs to get more recognition, because we're obviously trying to get more followers. So on this page, and a lot of this is I don't do a lot of volume on working on cars or whatnot. Suge Knight takes a lot of my time. The other handful of cars that I got are going to take majority of the time. So I'm not like I do a lot of volume in here, but we're hoping to start something different up. And then by doing the live feeds, there's a lot of people that like cool stuff. I'm used to being around this my whole life, so I think it's just something normal. But there's a lot of people, a lot of you guys that are on here, this is pretty normal for you guys, but a lot of people don't get to see this stuff. So they'll be able to get to see it. And then we're hoping the YouTube channel will kind of kick off a little bit too. And if it don't, then we'll probably just not do it anymore. But hopefully we can get a little bit of this to kick off and get some more followers on this. But anybody got any questions? I think most people on here are like super drag race followers. So, and no, David, I'm not going to paint it a different color. I know you want to say that. That is not going to be one of the upgrades. So, all right. Well, I'm going to try to keep these the goal was to keep them to about 15, 20 minutes, but I think we spent about 5 or 6 or 7 to get some people on, and then there's been a bunch of people on and off. So do me a favor, share it, like it on my RN Race Car page. Do me another favor and share it to your friends if you can, so that we can get a few more followers, because obviously it doesn't do any good unless you have followers, and we're going to try to make something out of this, and it's not really worth doing if you don't have enough followers. I have quite a few on my personal page, but it needs to be on this one. So do me a favor, if you like it, share it. If you don't, then I don't expect you to. So join in on your video. Bubba, why would you want to join in on my video? I think you hit a button. But I'm going to let everybody go because it's almost game time. I'll let you guys get back to your football. But hopefully y'all enjoy this. This was the boring one. Really didn't have anything to show other than what we got going on here. But going forward, we will have an update on Little Red, and then hopefully some updates on some of the customer stuff so that you guys can check it out. But other than that, y'all enjoy the football game if you're football watchers. If not, we'll see y'all at 3 o'clock next Saturday. Appreciate you.